What if the worst moment in your life is not the accident, not the loss, not the heartbreak, but the moment someone looks at you and says, "You're just like everyone else"? That's where we left off. Ben and Tracy were taken by child welfare. Maggie's truth about Liam was exposed, and Cal was left holding the emotional wreckage of a broken promise. But in episode 6, everything escalates. We return to Sullivan's Crossing in absolute emotional fallout. Nothing feels stable anymore. A child protection crisis is unfolding. A love triangle is cracking under truth. A mysterious mother is still missing. And Liam's past is no longer a secret. It's a weapon. Everyone is running out of time, and no one is in control anymore. We open immediately in tension. Ben and Tracy are now under child welfare supervision, separated from Cal, separated from Maggie. And the worst part? They don't understand what they did wrong. Ben keeps insisting his mother will come back, but authorities are no longer listening to hope. They are following procedure, and procedure is cold, very cold. Maggie is devastated. Everything she fought for, protecting Ben and Tracy, has collapsed. But emotionally, she is not fully present, because Liam's truth is still echoing in her mind. 3 years, hostage, no contact, no choice. And suddenly, her entire past with him looks different. But what happens next pulls her back into reality. Cal refuses to give up on Ben and Tracy, even after they are taken. He believes the real problem is not the kids. It's their mother, Vangie Nelson, and where she disappeared. Cooper continues tracking leads, but every door they open leads to another dead end. It feels like Vangie didn't just leave, she vanished on purpose. Maggie and Liam revisit Ben and Tracy's home, and what they find is disturbing. Empty cupboards, water damage, signs of long-term neglect, and silence, too much silence. Then Liam notices something strange. Prescription traces, a possible lead. But Maggie is distracted, because being near Liam now feels different. He is no longer just her past. He is a living truth she cannot ignore. Cal, meanwhile, is breaking internally. He sees Ben as a reflection of himself, a child forced to grow up too early, a child protecting a sister at all costs, and that hits him harder than anything else, because Cal knows that kind of responsibility changes a person forever. Maggie finally pushes Liam for answers, not fragments, not half-truths, the full story. And Liam finally breaks completely. He reveals everything. He wasn't abandoning her. He wasn't running away. He was taken, captured during assignment, held for 3 years. No contact, no escape, no choice. And then comes the physical proof, the scars on his back, now fully explained. Not mystery, not symbolism, but trauma, survival, pain he never shared. Maggie is shaken because her entire belief system collapses in seconds. She whispers, "I thought you left me." And Liam answers, "I was trying to come back to you." For a moment, time stops. Everything between them, anger, confusion, years of silence, dissolves, and they kiss. Not as lovers, but as two people who finally understand the truth. But reality returns fast. Maggie steps back, because she is still with Cal, and everything is now more complicated than ever. Back in the field, Cal learns the worst news. Ben and Tracy are now officially under state review. Foster care is now a real possibility. And Ben hears it. He hears the word foster care, and something inside him breaks. Because for Ben, that is abandonment, no matter how legal it is. Cal finds Ben emotionally shattered, and he makes him a promise. "I'm not letting you disappear." But promises mean nothing to a system already in motion. Despite all efforts, Vangie Nelson is still gone. No location, no contact, no explanation. And now a terrifying question emerges. Did she leave because she wanted to, or because she had no choice? Maggie is now torn completely. Liam represents truth. Cal represents stability. Ben represents responsibility. Tracy represents innocence. And she is stuck in the center of all of it, trying to save everyone, but losing control of everything. As the episode closes, nothing is resolved. Instead, Ben is in system custody, Tracy's future is uncertain, Liam's return has changed everything, and Maggie is emotionally fractured. The crossing no longer feels peaceful. It feels like a pressure cooker, waiting to explode. And that's episode 6 of Sullivan's Crossing Season 4. But here's the real question. If truth hurts this much, was it better not knowing? Because now every character is standing at a crossroads. And whatever happens next, nothing will ever go back to normal. After the emotional storm of episode 6, things don't calm down. They get even more intense. Ben is now terrified. Hearing the words foster care changes him completely. He starts losing trust in everyone, even Cal. Tracy, on the other hand, just wants things to go back to normal. But what she doesn't understand is nothing is normal anymore. And what happens next puts even more pressure on the system handling their case. Everyone is still asking the same question. Where is their mother? But in the next episode, small clues begin to surface. Not answers, just hints. And those hints suggest something unsettling. Her disappearance might not be as simple as it seems. Maggie is now emotionally split. Liam's truth is still affecting her deeply. Cal is starting to feel pushed away, and her responsibility as a doctor keeps growing. She tries to stay focused, but every decision she makes now carries consequences. One wrong move, and she could lose everything. Cal hasn't forgotten what happened. He sees the shift in Maggie, and Liam being around is no longer just uncomfortable. It feels like a threat. Their conflict doesn't explode yet, but you can feel it building, slowly, quietly, dangerously. Episode 7 is not about big explosions or shocking twists. It's about pressure, emotional pressure, relationship pressure, and the quiet kind of tension that slowly breaks people. And by the end, you'll realize something important. This is no longer just about Ben and Tracy. It's about everyone starting to crack under pressure.